Hello everyone, this is Jordan Davis, and today I want to talk to you about flipped classroom learning. I know many of you are thinking, what is a flipped classroom? Well, a flipped classroom is an alternative approach to your traditional classroom style learning. In a flipped classroom, the content is actually introduced at home, where most of the learning takes place. When students get home, that's where the learning will occur. All of the content and materials that they need will all be provided by the teacher. It usually includes a video, some reading, and some assignments to complete. When students show up to class the following day, they've already learned the content, and this gives teachers a great opportunity to implement more engaging activities. Why might a teacher consider utilizing a flipped classroom? There are numerous reasons. Mainly, it allows students to learn at their own pace. With the ability to pause videos, rewind videos, reread articles, etc., students are in charge of how long they want to spend on any given content. Another reason why is students who are absent are still receiving some education, especially during this day and age. COVID, it has enabled students to attend class. Some of them are sick and out for 2 weeks, but this is okay. During a flipped classroom, it's okay because you are still receiving the content. Students are still receiving the tools they need to really get an education. Kind of jumping down to the very last bulletin, it anticipates for online learning. So let's just say we do have to go into another shutdown. Students will already be partially prepared for distance learning because they've already been introduced to a flipped classroom. With most of the learning taking place at home, students show up to class prepared with questions. With a flipped classroom, teachers have more quality time in the classroom. And finally, a flipped classroom allows for differentiation. To reiterate, the pros of a flipped classroom is that students have more control over their learning. It allows for better use of class time, and the content is more accessible for not only the students but for the parents as well. The downfalls to a flipped classroom is that it relies heavily on students. Students need to put forth the effort to learn the content. Another thing I'll include is that technology is absolutely necessary. Most of the content is going to be online as well as any of the teacher-prepared videos. Finally, it does require a lot of teacher preparation. It is crucial. Let's say our lesson is about the phases of the moon. A flipped classroom might look like this. When students are home, they'll read a short introduction that the teacher is prepared, introducing them to the phases of the moon. Next, they'll watch a quick video about the phases of the moon. Following that, students will be assigned an assignment that requires them to interact with a virtual simulator that allows you to move the moon anywhere around the Earth. While they are interacting with this online simulator, they'll also be filling out a worksheet, answering questions, and maybe jotting down any possible questions they might ask. When students come to class, they'll be able to pose any questions they have and apply everything that they've learned. With everything that has happened, teachers and students have come to really value their time together in the classroom. The flipped classroom model meets the fundamental concepts in the universal design for learning. To provide multiple means of engagement, students partake in the experimental and engaging phase, typically at home with the use of games, simulators, and projects. Teachers will provide tasks to do at home that will enhance students' participation and help students learn to explore and self-regulate because there isn't a teacher at home to instruct them to. Also provides multiple means of representation. There are so many ways to exhibit a lesson. A flipped classroom provides teachers with the tools to provide content in diverse ways. Content can be provided through video lectures, audio lectures, content-rich websites, and online discussions. By exhibiting multimedia content, students can interpret ideas in more than one way. Also, the content that the teacher provided will always be there, allowing students to go over it any number of times. Finally, A flipped classroom model provides multiple means of action and expression that takes place mostly in the classroom. With most of the learning taking place at home, students get to demonstrate their knowledge with their colleagues at school. Through the use of active assessments or activities, students can express what they've interpreted while they were at home. I hope this video helped you gain a better understanding of a flipped classroom style of learning. Thank you for watching my video.